Here's a sobering idea. It is impossible to know and understand 100% of a situation. Now, I know that may sound a bit jarring for some of us. Personally, I like to believe that I always have a handle on exactly what's going on. I am a master mind reader and an excellent future predictor. Or at least I'd like to think so. Well, you can tell I'm speaking tongue-in-cheek here. In truth, I don't know the future, and no one has complete knowledge of any situation. Once I settle into that reality, something beautiful begins to happen. Curiosity emerges. And curiosity leads me to ask better questions, which broadens my perspective and deepens my understanding. And this is where we're headed today on the Unhurried Living podcast. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I'm glad you found us. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'd love it if you'd share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. I'm a lifelong learner, always seeking to deepen my understanding and discover something new. It's a habit that I believe keeps me open and fresh in my spiritual life. How can curiosity help us move forward? Well, curious people are open to learning. They're not afraid to knock on doors or turn over rocks. And even if you're not naturally inclined toward curiosity, the good news is that you can nurture it. Curiosity can help you move forward when you feel stuck, shifting you out of inertia and into growth. To foster this shift, I encourage you to begin with one simple phrase: I wonder. This two-word phrase has the power to open doors to new understanding. And here are some examples. I wonder what else is going on here. I wonder if there's something I'm missing. I wonder how this situation might change. I wonder what else there is to learn. I wonder who could offer insight. Now, these I wonder statements help us transition into a posture of curiosity. Instead of needing to be the expert, we can become like children who are open to possibilities. And in that openness, creativity can flow more freely. We begin to release some of the control we tend to hold tightly, allowing room for new insights to emerge. Well, together, let's engage 5 steps to cultivating more curiosity in our lives. Number 1, pause and acknowledge what you don't know. The first step toward curiosity is acknowledging that you don't know everything. And this is, of course, an act of humility, but it opens the door to learning. Simply say to yourself, I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Number 2, use the I wonder phrase. Whenever you feel stuck, try completing the sentence, I wonder. Here's a couple more examples. I wonder why this situation feels challenging. Or, I wonder what God might be inviting me to here. I wonder is a wonderful phrase to use. Repeat this exercise a few times, coming up with 2 or 3 I wonder statements that might fit your context, and notice how your perspective begins to shift. Number 3, ask open-ended questions. Engage with open-ended questions that encourage deeper thought and reflection. Instead of asking yes or no questions, try, what might I be overlooking? Or, how might this situation unfold in ways I haven't yet considered? Number 4, talk with someone you trust. Curiosity thrives in community. Share your thoughts and questions with a trusted friend, spiritual director, pastor, or mentor. They may offer insights or perspectives that hadn't occurred to you. Number 5, embrace curiosity as a spiritual practice. As Christian leaders, we can embrace curiosity as a spiritual discipline. Curiosity does not just help us in practical matters, it also deepens our faith. And as we always say here at Unhurried Living, a good question is a good prayer. So try these prayer questions. God, what is your desire for me in this situation? Or, God, what might I be missing in my understanding of this circumstance? As we ask questions and explore, we trust that God will reveal more of himself to us. There is a connection between curiosity and humility. When we stop learning, we risk becoming rigid and closed off. Curiosity prevents this by keeping our hearts and minds open to the new things God is doing in and through us. We don't have to know everything, and we don't need to pretend that we do. God invites us to walk in humility, acknowledging our limitations while trusting Him to guide us into deeper understanding. So my encouragement to you is this: don't let yourself become dry and dusty. Keep your spirit fresh by staying curious. Learn in the ways that resonate with you, whether through reading or listening, engaging in meaningful conversations, or simply praying with a humble heart. The next time you feel stuck or uncertain, try this practice on for size. Come up with 2 or 3 I wonder statements and allow them to become prayers. Complete your I wonder phrases with questions relevant to your situation. Sit with those thoughts for a moment, and as they move into prayer, notice any shifts in your heart or mind. Watch how your openness to curiosity can breathe new life into your leadership, your relationships, and your life with God. May God bless your journey as you continue to grow and lead with a curious and humble heart. Thank you so much for joining me on the Unhurried Living podcast. Remember, you're making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time.